Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to English class. Today we are dealing with the final part of our story, Fearless and Faithful. So, we already discussed it in the first part of our story in the previous videos. So, those who didn't see that video, please go through it. So, let's continue our story. Now, all of you listen to page number 7, third paragraph of your textbook. When the British found that they could make no progress, they decided to gain entry into the fort at night by stealth. They bribed a man named Dulaji Thakur, who was in charge of the south gate of the fort. So the Britishers understood this, that the Rani's army is not going to defeat very easily, and that is why they decided to enter the fort at night secretly. And they gave large amount of money to a man named Dulaji Thakur, and they bribed him so they could enter the fort easily. In return for a large sum of money, Dulaji led them to a spot where there was a break in the wall. At the dead of night, the British soldiers made their way into the fort through it. Jalkari saw them and sounded the alarm. I have told you this Dulaji is bribed because he is a greedy person and he cheated his own people, and with his help the Britishers entered the fort at midnight. Jalkari saw them and she immediately warned everybody that Britishers had entered into their fort and everybody should be alert. With loud cries, the Rani's army took up the fight and opened fire, and the attackers fell back. The fighting continued for many days. Though the Indian troops were full of daring, they could not withstand the British attacks. The enemy fought their way steadily until they were outside the palace. Because Jalkari Bai was warned everybody about danger, that is why Rani Lakshmi Bai's army fought very bravely, and they were continuously fighting for many days, and they were full of power, brave and energy. That is why the Britishers could not defeat them very easily, and the fighting continued for many days. Now the queen's advisors begged her to go out of the fort to a safe place. Though reluctant at first, Rani Lakshmibai agreed in the end. Dressed in armor and carrying a dagger and two revolvers, she rode unrecognized through the enemy lines, down the hillside and out of one of the gates. Because the fighting was going since long time, therefore the soldiers of Rani Lakshmibai's army they requested Rani to leave the fort and go to a safer place. Because Rani Lakshmibai is not safe there, and the main purpose of Britishers is to kill Rani Lakshmibai. So that is why they requested her to go to the go to a safe place. But she was not ready for this plan. But in the end, she decided and agreed to them, and she should go to a safer place. That is why she dressed in armor and she took two revolvers and she went out. So let me tell you the meaning of armor. Armor is a metallic covering that the soldiers wear in order to protect themselves from the revolvers and guns. And a dagger is a short knife with pointed edge that is used as a weapon. This lady, Rani, took her dagger and went out very safely. So the Britishers could not recognize her. Jalkari went with her for part of the way. As soon as she knew that the Rani was safe, Jalkari, disguised in Rani Lakshmibai's clothes and riding her white horse, returned to the fortress. The British soldiers saw her and mistook her for Rani Lakshmibai, just as she had intended them to do. They surrounded her and captured her and then led her to their commander. So, before explaining the whole paragraph, let me tell you the meaning of the word disguised. Disguised means to change your look or give yourself a different look in order to hide your original identity. That means if you want somebody that the person should not be able to recognize you, you change your identity, you change your look and appearance. That is called disguised. So, what was happening in this paragraph is Jalkari Bai, she went along with Rani in order to protect her. And when she realized that she is safe now, Rani is safe now and she can move ahead alone, she came back. But before coming back, what she did was she exchanged her clothes with Rani Lakshmi Bai. She took Rani Lakshmibai's clothes and her white horse and she returned to the fort because she knows that when she returns back, the Britishers are going to catch her. And that was happened. The Britishers caught her and took her to the commander, assuming that she is Rani Lakshmibai because she dressed exactly like Rani and she was riding her horse also. That is why they took her to their commander. The commander looked at the captive closely, but he was not sure at all that she was the queen. Bring Dulaji, he ordered his soldiers. Dulaji will know. The Britishers did not know how Rani Lakshmibai looked like. So that is why they called Dulaji in order to recognize her. Because only Dulaji could tell whether this lady is Rani Lakshmibai or not. Okay. So I hope this much is clear to you. Now all of you listen to next page. When Zalkari saw Dulaji, her eyes blazed with anger and she shouted, "You traitor! You coward! You shameless betrayer of your people!" So, when Jalkari came to know that Dulaji was a traitor, she shouted at him that he is a shameless betrayer of his people. Betrayer means that he has cheated his own people for the enemy. The Englishman asked Dulaji, "Is this Rani Lakshmibai?" "It is not," answered Dulaji. "Do you think it is so easy to capture the Rani?" So, when Britishers asked whether she is Rani Lakshmibai or not, Dulaji answered that no, this is not Rani Lakshmibai because obviously, it is not easy for them to catch Rani Lakshmibai because she is very brave and intelligent woman. The British commander was furious that they had been tricked. He knew that if Chelkari was allowed to go free, she would be dangerous. So she was sentenced to death by hanging. So the Britishers was really angry because they understood this. This was a plan between Jalkari and Rani Lakshmibai, and that is why he ordered Jalkari to be hanged till death. They think that if she was allowed to go free, then Jalkari definitely going to ruin them. That is why he ordered Jalkari to be hanged till death. "I am not afraid of dying," Jalkari answered proudly. As they led her to her death, she shouted out to the British, "Beware, you will never conquer us. We will rise again and again and fight back until we win our freedom." "Silence," they shouted. But she would not be silenced. As the rope tightened round her neck, she cried out, "Long live India! Long live Lakshmi Bai! Long live freedom!" So we have been studying this throughout the chapter that this girl Jalkari was a fearless lady, and that is why she answered very proudly that she is not afraid of dying. And she also said to the Britishers that they will never able to conquer them. Conquer them means they will never able to win them. They will continue their fighting and continue to fight until they win their freedom. In the end, when the rope was actually around her neck and she was about to die, she wished about her country that country will live long, Rani Lakshmi Bai will live for long, and they will get their freedom back as soon as possible. Okay, and this is how Jalkari Bai lost her life, but she actually didn't lose her life. She became a martyr, and she will be remembered forever. She is in the hearts and minds of thousands and thousands of people. So I hope you people understood the chapter. If you didn't understood, please revise it and go through the videos once again. So we completed our chapter. See you in the next class with new chapter. Thank you all.